Hello? Is anyone on?
Good morning, this is the agenda room.
Oh, thank you.
Commissioner Coleman is here.
The agenda meeting will begin in less than 5 minutes.
Good morning.
Holzman's here.
Good morning, Commissioner.
Good morning.
Yeah, guess we're not. Do we have other commissioners on as well?
Kochmar's here.
Good morning, Commissioner.
Good morning, Mr. Chair.
Coleman is here.
Good morning, Commissioner.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman.
Good morning, Commissioners. Commissioner Roops here.
Good morning, Commissioner.
Lauren.
We will go right at 10:15.
Aye.
All right, it is now 10:15 and all the commissioners have assembled, so we will go ahead and call this agenda meeting to order. I ask those participating on the call, please mute your phones unless you need to speak. Pretty easy today. We've got 8 reports and orders, no case discussions, no other discussions. So the first order of business is to approve the minutes from March 9th, 2022 agenda. You've seen those. Any additions or corrections? All right, hearing none, all those in favor of approving the minutes from March 9th, say aye.
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 Those minutes are approved 5-0. First up in tariffs and new orders is file number GW 2022-0237. This is in the matter of the establishment of a working case for the review and consideration of amending the Commission's natural gas safety rules. This order just opens a working docket in regards to staff's request to consider certain amendments to the Commission's rules in regards to amendments to the federal gas safety standards, along with consideration of some other proposed changes. So with that, I recommend we approve this order version 1. Commissioner Roop?
I am supporting the order.
Commissioner Coleman?
I support the order.
Commissioner Holtzman,
I support the order.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
And I support the order.
All right, all those in favor of approving the order as drafted, version 1, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
That order is approved 5-0. Next up, file number GC 2022-0062. This is Symmetry Energy Solutions LLC complainant v. the Empire District Gas Company, DBA Liberty respondent. Liberty filed a motion for a protective order to address certain information as highly confidential, which it believes may be not protected by the Commission's rules for confidential information. Symmetry proposed a modified order, which Liberty opposed as insufficient. This order grants Liberty's request for the protective order, but it does not acknowledge Symmetry or any other party's right to bring concerns regarding the designation of highly confidential information before the Commission. So with that, I recommend we approve this order version 1. Commissioner Roop?
I too am supporting the order.
Okay. Commissioner Coleman?
I support the order.
Commissioner Holtzman?
I support the order.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer?
And I do as well.
All right, all those in favor of approving the order as drafted, version 1, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
That
Aye.
order is approved 5-0. All right, next up, file number WE 2021-0390. This is in the matter of the joint application of Missouri American Water Company and DCM Land LLC for a variance from the company's tariff provisions regarding the extension of company mains. This regards requests for variances from certain provisions of Missouri American's approved tariff and a waiver of the Commission's 60-day notice requirement. Staff filed a recommendation opposing one of the requested variances as discriminatory and proposed the Commission did not have the proper authority to grant those variances. This order, though, finds that the variances are not discriminatory and that the Commission does, in fact, have the proper authority and that there is good cause to grant the variances, and it does provide for a waiver of the 60-day notice requirement. So with that, I recommend we approve this order version 2. Commissioner Roop?
I am supporting the order.
Commissioner Coleman?
I support the order.
Commissioner Holtzman?
I support the order.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer?
I also support the order.
All right, all those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 2, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
That order is approved 5-0. Next up, file number ER 2022-0129 and ER 2022-0130. This is in the matter of Evergy Metro, Inc., DBA Evergy Missouri Metro's request for authority to implement a general rate increase for electric service. This order just sets a procedural schedule to address the Evergy Metro and Evergy West rate cases. This order sets an evidentiary hearing for August 29th through September 9th and permits staff's requests of waivers on the timeline for conducting prudency reviews to permit it to coincide with this rate case. So with that, I recommend we approve this order version 2. Commissioner Roop?
I am supporting this order.
Commissioner Coleman?
I support the order.
Commissioner Holtzman?
I support the order.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer?
And I support the order.
All right, all those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 2, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
That order is approved. That order is now approved 5-0. Next up, file number WC 2021-0075. This is Louis DeFeo, complainant v. Missouri American Water Company respondent. DeFeo alleged the violation of several Commission rules by Missouri American in relation to a high service bill and against a PSC employee in the subsequent investigation and complaint process. This order finds that DeFeo failed to meet the burden of proof to prove that Missouri American violated any Commission rule or that the PSC violated its own rule. So this order also finds Missouri American's motion to dismiss is moot because the Commission did not find that DeFeo met the burden of proof on those issues. So finally, this order denies OPC's request to delay an issuance of the order pending an investigation because OPC has also failed to show how a delay would benefit either the complainant or the public. So with that, I recommend we approve this order version 2. Commissioner Roop?
I agree with your position and supporting the order.
Thank you. Commissioner Coleman?
I support the order.
Commissioner Holtzman?
I support the order.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer?
And I do as well.
All right, all those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 2, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
That order is approved 5-0. Next up, file number GR 2022-0235. This is in the matter of Spire, Missouri, Inc., DBA Spire, Missouri East and Spire, Missouri West, filing for its proposed weather normalization adjustment rider tariff sheet. The proposed substituted tariff sheets stated the approved WINR amounts and removed certain components which applied to a semi-annual mechanism instead of the annual mechanism approved in Spire's most recent rate case. Staff recommends approval of the substituted tariff sheets, and I also recommend that we approve this order approving the substituted tariff sheets version 2. Commissioner Root,
I am supporting.
Commissioner Coleman,
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman,
I support the order.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
And I do as well.
All right, all those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 2, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
That order is approved 5-0. Next up, file number EO 2022-0190. This is in the matter of the application of Como Electric Cooperative for approval of designated service boundaries within portions of Cooper County. Como Electric Co-op has filed a motion for a protective order regarding certain information that it is required to file with its application for this case, stating that the information is highly confidential. This order grants Como's request for its protective order and acknowledges Ameren's right, or any other party's right, to bring a concern regarding the designation of highly confidential information before the Commission. So with that, I recommend we approve this order version 3. Commissioner Root,
I too am supporting the order.
Commissioner Coleman,
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman,
I support the order.
and Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
I also support the order.
All right, all those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 3, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
That order is approved 5-0. Final order today, file number ER 2022-0025. This is in the matter of the application of Evergy Metro, Inc., DBA Evergy Missouri Metro, for authority to implement rate adjustments required by 20 CSR 4240-20.090 sub 8 and the company's approved fuel and purchase power cost recovery mechanism. Evergy Metro filed a proposed tariff revision and the accompanying testimony regarding its 12th accumulation period for its fuel and purchase power costs. It also asked to exclude certain costs and revenues related to Winter Storm Uri. Staff recommended rejecting the proposed tariffs because it failed to include the revenues from Winter Storm Uri. The parties submitted a joint stipulation of facts, and oral arguments were held back on February 18th. This order finds that the revenues related to Winter Storm Uri may not be excluded under the applicable Commission rule and directs Evergy Metro to file an FAC adjustment tariff in accordance with the order. So with that, I recommend we approve this version 2. Commissioner Root,
I am supporting this order.
Commissioner Coleman,
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman,
I support the order.
and Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
And I support the order.
All right, all those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 2, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
That order is approved 5-0. That concludes reports and orders. As I mentioned, no case discussions or other discussions today, so that just leaves us with upcoming scheduling. Next week, Thursday, March 24th, we will have agenda at 2 p.m. So again, that's on Thursday and at 2. The following week, Wednesday, March 30th, agenda back on at 10:15 a.m. Wednesday, April 6th, agenda at 10:15 a.m. Wednesday, April 13th, agenda at 10:15 a.m. And Wednesday, April 20th, agenda at 10:15 a.m. with a USB meeting immediately following agenda. Any comments, questions, or requests regarding scheduling? All right, hearing none, and with no other business coming before the body, we will stand adjourned. Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Mr.
Mr.
Chairman.
Chairman.